In case anyone wanted a nail update from my last video that I just posted, she is not doing well. She's still on. So you know how I said I wasn't sure if I lost the nail or the acrylic? She's hanging on, but literally I banged it in the middle of filming this video, and I currently feel like I'm dying, and now it's bleeding all over again. So I feel like she's hanging on by a thread, and eventually I will lose the nail. And I did research on Google, and it says it could take anywhere from 4 to 6 months for it to grow back. So everyone send prayers. Wish me luck. Thank you. Not that it, oh my god. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be taking you through a push day workout. This workout will include your chest, your triceps, and your shoulders. Push day, it just has a special place in my heart because I freaking love working shoulders and I freaking love working triceps. I'm not gonna lie, chest, she's not my favorite, but we have to work her. We have to be well-rounded, and a push day includes your chest, triceps, and your shoulders. So we hit all of them today. So I'm going to walk you through this entire workout. I'm going to do a little voiceover where I'll be walking you through any cues, any steps, any things, the 411 that you need to know. So let's get right into this video, get right into this push day workout, and we'll chat once we are back from the gym.
Alright bestie, starting off this workout today with some barbell chest presses. These are our ramp up sets, starting off with some of your lower weights, working up to your heaviest set, just to get everything all nice, warm, and activated. Guys, it is such a fun feeling that now my warm-up set used to be my working set. Like a 10 and a 5 on each side literally used to be so freaking impossible for me, and now that's my warm-up. I love that for me. Getting into our working sets, it is so important to keep that nice arch in your back, putting your shoulder blades nice and tight onto the bench, wrapping your hands around the bar, keeping a nice wide grip so that way you are working your chest and not your triceps. Starting off our first superset with shoulder presses. For these, it is super important to keep your core nice and tight and engaged. You really do not need to come any lower than 90 degrees. Often you'll see people come all the way down. We really want to make sure everything stays nice and contracted through this entire motion and breathe through it. We paired that with dumbbell chest flies. Once again, keep that slight arch in that back so those shoulder blades are pressed into your bench. Keep those elbows with a slight bend in them so you work through this entire motion, feeling it in that chest. Make sure you are breathing through it. Holy Lord, my chest was on fire during this entire workout. I stepped up my weight. Man, oh man, it was tough. Moving into our giant set, we are starting with tricep pushdowns. For this, it is so important to keep your elbows nice and tight and locked in, not letting them flare out to the side. And we really don't need to go any higher than that 90-degree angle, making sure your triceps are the primary muscle that are moving during this. If you feel any pain in that low back, take that staggered stance as I do to protect it a little bit more. Moving into lateral to frontal raises. This is one of my favorite exercises for shoulders, but holy Lord, do they burn. With this exercise, keep that core nice and tight and engaged. You do not need to lift any higher than your shoulder height on this. Going as high as you can is going to put that extra stress on those shoulders. We want to feel them burn, but we do not want to injure ourselves in the process. Breathe through it. You can tell I am struggling because this one is tough. Now we are working through 8 regular push-ups to 8 close grip or tricep push-ups. For these, really focus on keeping your core tight, your back nice and flat. We want to come up in one fluid motion as if there is a ruler coming down our back. As we move into tricep push-ups, I drop down to my knees so I can keep my elbows driving as close to straight back as possible. This is still something I actively am working towards getting better at, so push yourself as much as possible and focus on your form here. Finishing off today's workout with high plank to a lateral knee drive. With this, once again, keep that back nice and flat. We are driving your knee laterally out as if you're trying to reach that elbow. This is going to work your core as well as put that final little stress on those shoulders. Heck yes, sister, you finished another workout.
That push day workout was seriously so freaking good. My chest, my shoulders, my triceps, my arms, felt juicy after that workout. It felt so freaking good. Before I wrap up this video today, I wanted to go over one of the biggest questions that I get asked on my Instagram, and that is, how much weight should I use when strength training, and when do I know when to increase the weight that I am using when I'm lifting weights? For me, I feel like this really relates to this video, because for so long when I was benching, I never knew what the right amount of weight to put on the bar was. I would have the bar and I would put maybe 5 or 10 pounds on each side max. I would work and it would be hard and I would feel like I was putting a stress on my body, but I was never really sore. I was never really pushing myself to my fullest capacity. For so long, especially with upper body for me, I feel like I was doing enough to get good workouts in. I was sweating, I was seeing muscle mass increase, but not to the extent that I started to do once I really focused in on upping my weight and progressive overload. So the biggest tip that I can give to any of you, if that's something that you're struggling with, is first off, you should be picking a weight that, let's say you are doing an exercise for 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. You should be picking a weight that by the end of your 8th or 10th rep, that the last 2 or 3 reps are a challenge. You are really pushing yourself. Not that it's impossible to get up, not that you're like, oh my god, I won't be able to do this. There is no way I'm going to be able to get this amount of weight up, but one that is challenging for you. You want to be able to be pushing for the last 2 or 3 reps. So if you are consistently picking weights that you're able to like poof, 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 bang out 8 to 10 reps, no problem. You're getting a good workout in, but you're not like, ooh, that last one was a struggle to get up. It's probably time to pick a heavier weight. And then when it comes time to upping your weights, how do you know what to increase it to? How do you know when's the right time to increase it? That same rule kind of applies. Once it gets to the point where 8 to 10 reps kind of feels like a breeze, you're kind of going through your workout, no problem, you're getting a good workout and you feel a good pump, but you're not really pushing yourself to what you feel like could be your max potential, it's probably time to step up your weight. I'm not saying toss on 10 extra pounds onto the bar, or I'm not saying grab a dumbbell that's 10 pounds heavier, but they typically go up in increments of like 2.5 or 5, so just try the next one up. And especially in the beginning when you are experimenting with that heavier weight, maybe only shoot for 5 to 8 reps now. So instead of doing 8 to 10 at a super light, super easy weight that you're just breezing through, maybe now try to go for 5 to 8 reps. And then once that starts to feel easy, increase it up to 8 to 10 reps until you get to a place that becomes easy. Getting into like that pattern of pushing yourself, really upping your weight, is going to help you see that muscle development, that muscle mass gain that you're looking to see. At the end of the day, if you're just doing this to be healthy, to live a healthy lifestyle, there is nothing wrong with lifting the same weights week after week. But if you've been kind of frustrated that you're not seeing any progress, if you feel like you haven't lost weight, gained muscle, anything like that, whatever your goals are, your body has probably just hit a plateau. Your body has probably just adapted to the demands that you have been putting on it. If you've been doing the same exercises at the same weight for an extended period of time, how do you expect your body to continuously see changes? We have to mess with our body. We have to constantly put ourselves through different types of stress so that it is constantly trying to adapt to those changes. That's how we see the greatest amount of progress and the greatest amount of changes. So if you kind of feel like you are in a lull, you're not really sure how to increase your weight or when's the right time to do it, those are just some tips that I go off of. I want my last 2 or 3 reps to be a push. I want to be able to get them up. I don't want them to be impossible. And yes, of course, if you're working to like your 1 rep max, or you're really trying to max out, sometimes maybe you won't be able to get up that last rep. That's not the end of the world by any means. But if you are kind of just working out to be healthy, to live a healthy lifestyle, or to see specific goals, you definitely want to be increasing your weight in the process. You definitely want to be pushing yourself, constantly putting different demands on your body. So putting yourself in a position that the last 2 or 3 reps are difficult is some of the biggest things that has helped me as I've started getting into more of a strength focused sort of training that has helped me see progress. I was for so long sticking with weights that I knew were hard for me, or were definitely not impossible, and that I was able to get through 10 to 12 reps fairly easy with. So as soon as I started kind of mixing that up, I started to see even more amounts of progress and changes through that. So if that is something you guys are struggling with, I definitely encourage you to mix things up in that way as well. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video here. If you guys like this workout, like me chatting through the workout with you guys, giving you the 411, some form cues, running through the whole workout with you guys, please make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Y'all already know it supports my channel. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell notification so you never miss another video that I post. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on my Instagram so you can see all the fitness, health, and lifestyle content that I post on there. And I will catch you guys here next time.